With us now for more on all of this is trial attorney Mercedes Colwin and Brent Johnson, political reporter for the Star-Ledger and NJ.com. Thank you both for being here. Brent, I'd like to start with you. We have 4 more Democrats joining the growing crowd of senators calling for Menendez to resign. His own fellow Senator Cory Booker called these allegations shocking and disturbing. He's going to have lunch with all of these people tomorrow in Washington. Is he really going to hang tough and refuse to step down?
All signs in New Jersey and what I hear from Congress is that he's standing put, and he might stand put for a while. You saw, as you saw, more than half of his colleagues in the Democratic caucus in the Senate called for him to step down, and he didn't do so today as he faced court. I mean, the pressure could have ended. I mean, I could see if Joe Biden came out and said you should step down, or maybe if Chuck Schumer pressured him to, that could turn the tide. But so far that hasn't happened. The White House has not called for him to resign either. They said these are serious charges, but they stopped short of calling for his resignation.
Yeah, that's going to be an uncomfortable lunch in Washington, D.C. tomorrow, I think. Mercedes, the FBI is now launching a counterintelligence investigation into Menendez's wife, Nadine, looking to see whether she was compromised by Egyptian intelligence agents. She apparently was the conduit between Senator Menendez and these businessmen and the Egyptian source.
And that's the allegation. And frankly, this is very much on point with the FBI. They look at the universe of individuals involving their main target is Senator Menendez. But who's in that? You've got the 3 business owners already. They have fingerprints on these individuals that met on these envelopes. So that's number 1. Number 2, they look at the wife. And what they have so far is that she had a safety deposit box with 13 gold bars and $70,000 in cash. That safety deposit box is in her name. Where does that come from? Senator Menendez earns $174,000 a year. All in, there's about $550,000 in cash. When you add the $480,000 that they found stuffed in envelopes throughout the house when the investigators went in. How does that come to happen? And frankly, you know, you're not supposed to put in cash in safety deposit boxes. It's clearly written there when you have those deposit boxes. That's a flag for those investigators.
Yeah, it was interesting. Her bail was higher, 2.5 times higher than his. Is this a sign that somehow she's more complicit, or might have been anything other than an unwitting victim, a useful idiot, to coin the phrase?
That's such a great question. It's the pressure. You are going to focus so heavily on your weakest link. Who's the weakest link? Senator Menendez is out there saying, I'm not stepping down. I don't care what's happening. But his wife is keeping quiet, obviously listening to her lawyers. She's the weakest link. They're putting a lot of pressure on her to break.
All right, Brent, what's really shocking is that this indictment alleges that all of this criminal activity started right after his first trial on corruption ended. And we know that ended in a hung jury, but literally he goes through this whole rigmarole and then he finishes and starts criminal activity allegedly right away again?
That's, you know, it's also it's the 3rd time he's been investigated and the 2nd time he's been indicted. And so far he's beaten those charges. He didn't get charged the first time. The 2nd time it ended in a hung jury. I can't speak to when any of this may have taken place or what actually happened, but I do know that Menendez has a reputation of being kind of Teflon in New Jersey, and that he is a fighter and keeps standing up for these things. So that's what I think we're going to continue to see him do.
It's interesting, and Senator Menendez has given no explanation for the gold bars in the Mercedes convertible, but he did say of the hundreds of thousands of dollars of cash squirreled away in his bedroom that he's the child of Cuban immigrants and feared losing his money in the banks. Brent, Menendez serves on the Senate Banking Committee. He knows that U.S. banks are not going to seize his money.
This is he has alluded to a few times his background in this case, also suggesting that he may be being discriminated against because of his Latino heritage. But he comes from a hardscrabble background in Union County, New Jersey, Hudson County, New Jersey, Union City, which is really a hardscrabble place for Democrats to come up. And he is relying on what he has in the past, that he's going to push back on this, and these are the reasons he does so. It's what we've seen from Bob Menendez for many times over the years.
Yeah, I just think it's, you know, pretty rich that his explanation for why he had all that cash is because he was afraid that the banks would keep it. And he's on the banking committee in our government, the 3rd ranking Democrat on the Senate Banking Committee. So All right, to be continued. Thanks so much for watching. Go to joinnn.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.